Part 19. Has the stage been set for the return of the Nephilim? Well, as we talked about earlier, Yeshua said in Matthew 24:37, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. The days of Noah. The days of Jared were marked by the mating of angels and humans. However, it was in the days of Noah that the creation of animal-human hybrids brought about the corruption of all flesh, we read about in Genesis 6:12, which ultimately led to God's judgment with the flood. So if I'm to take Jesus' words in Matthew 24:37 quite literally, all we need to do is turn on the evening news. There we are seeing the repeat, not of angels mating with humans, as in the days of Jared, but rather the recreation of animal-human hybrids exactly as it was in the days of Noah. Remember in Genesis 3, 4, and 5, the promises of the serpent? He says, if you eat of this fruit right here, it says, ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. He had three promises. The three promises of the serpent were a promise of immortality. You're not going to die. No, your eyes are going to be open. You're going to have knowledge. You're going to be like the gods. Well, there's a guy named Professor Nick Bostrom, who's one of the spokespeople for the current transhumanist movement. Listen, remember those three: immortality, eyes open, greater knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and you shall be as gods, as you listen to his own words about transhumanism.
Really interested in is to try to understand the bigger picture for humanity, our place in the world, and what might lie in store for our species in the future, particularly the way we might use technologies to enhance ourselves or to go beyond what we currently think of as our human nature, whether it might be by radically extending the human lifespan through solving the problem of aging, or increasing our intellectual capacities, improving our memory, or taking control of our own emotional states. I think that we are right now in a transitional phase where before the end of this century we will either have gone extinct, or we will have most likely taken the step to become what you might call transhumans or posthumans, or just very enhanced humans that have reached their full potential.
The exact same 3 points in the same order. Wow. This is a graphic on his website, The Appeal of Transhumanism, showing the red circle there in the lower right corner is what he considers, what we can see, hear, taste, touch, smell, the senses that are available to humans. He says the animal kingdom has the larger gray oval there. They can, we have like the radar of a bat or sonar of a dolphin, the eyes of an eagle. They have certain abilities that we don't have, so he extends that. He says, but what happens, if we blend animals with humans, we might get this big orange circle there because we could, bring their attributes into our own. And if we keep doing it, we can enter into post-human phase, and we could have this big area there. That's a big sales pitch right there. By the way, what if you could live 500 years with, no cancer or anything like that? You could be like Wolverine or Spider-Man or, all these things. The sales pitch is right there, and we're being programmed to accept it. Look, I confess, I enjoy watching those movies, right? As a kid growing up reading the comic books, who didn't want to be like a superhero? Of course, now, the things that I know, I'm going, I don't want to be genetically modified, like they're talking about here. And it's not just the blending of animals. They're also talking about the blending of machines, like Star Trek, the Borg, right? So we can not only enhance ourselves through blending with animal species, we could do it by blending with technology. And we can do cloning. And how many of you have heard of singularity? Singularity, where the machines become smarter than humans. And at that point, it's Skynet and, Terminator, and it just goes on from there. And their publicly stated goal is to achieve immortality, we would say parenthetically apart from God, by the year 2045. And you could go to the website 2045.com, 2045.com, and read about the strategic social initiative that these scientists from all around the world are getting together, and they have strategic markers, and many of them they've already achieved. They had timelines that they had, we want to achieve this by this date, and they did, and they're moving forward, and each progression is leading towards that. The post-human era, where we could be like the gods. Immortality apart from God. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video presentation. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, and share it on your favorite social media sites. There's a lot more to come, so stay tuned and we'll see you back next time.